We got a good mic check. Mic check, mic check. We live. Yes, we live. How y'all, Jack? Trey Gang on the scene. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat with their thumbs, Jack. Yeah, shout out to the Payal gang. We know what time it is. We did what I'm talking about. Put those purple hearts in there too. Gotta put a little purple in it. Alright, that's a big 10-4. That's a big 10-4. Now, check this out, gang, about the footage. Like I was trying to tell everybody about the footage. I'm like, look, I don't know how they be with the footage and stuff. They don't want to show you the most important part when it comes to it. But I'm going to show y'all some just on one camera. Get the paperwork with it. So everything that we went over about Tay Sunday video, what the video was showing, when she said about the encounter with the footage, how they had the times and the dates wrong on some of the footage. Right? Okay. We know about Straight Drop, King Rob, Chosen King, all they be. Right? We understand that part too. Now we understand the security, the one that wrote the letter, right? Because they gave us the time frame. Prince K gave us a time frame and footage that we interested in. So that's why Straight Drop come in, him and Marco. Them the two that would do the idiot, right? Them two will be do all the Photoshop. They got caught doing it. Straight Drop got caught misleading false information with Photoshop, right? With Photoshop pictures, fake timestamps on footage, you know what I'm talking about. Now check this out. King Rob stirred the narrative about old murders that you could read in news article. And that puzzled me because I'm like, well, why he mixing it with old murders? You know what I'm talking about? If it ain't got nothing to do with Kenneka Jenkins, right? So they kind of puzzle me. Look, now we know that Michael J, right, do a little movie. He want to be a movie director. He think he was something like, you know, what's his intention is, but he that dude, when it comes to a story, he tell it in a way like a director. If you sit down with a director and he got a story to tell you, and you will be kind of thrilled and infatuated with the story, even though it could be out of fantasy or fiction, or it could be true. See what I'm talking about? Now check this out. Then on top of that, he never disclosed nothing about the footage, right? When he did his little thing on his little YouTube channel, you know what I'm saying? He only thing that he was doing with the footage, pinpoint what was going on in the kitchen, went to the front desk, 3 places, right? When he go like he showed 3 places. He showed the front desk, the lower level kitchen, and the parking lot. Cause it was the ambulance for. So name that three out of this content, right? Think about French K. Leather when she was maneuvering around the hotel. So with that being said, about her getting on the elevator, going to different floors and all this, now we got a timestamp because I'm gonna go back with Sergeant Rose said shit happened at 1:30 something. Makes sense after Irene lied. So they got to be around about 1:42. Kenneka came out the room between the hours of 1:42. You see what I'm talking about? 1:42 after that. After 1:42 for sure. You see what I'm talking about? For sure. Alright. Let me show y'all something. Since we established that, let's watch this. Let's go to this paperwork. Since we speaking of when Kenneka came up, you know what I'm talking about. Hold on. Matter of fact, let me do this right quick. Look at this screen right here. Right? Let's go to what Sergeant Rose said. Right? Y'all see that, right? 1:30. It's our time frame. So what we gonna have to do, since we know what happened on the floor round about one something according to the police, now we got to watch the front desk at this time. At a time when the hour is off, right? Because this finna prove and knock out all theories. Now, look, he said, read this closely. She met with two friends on the ninth floor. Keep this in mind. They want y'all to have that footage bedded in your head at one something when she was walking towards the elevator, right? Like she first arrived. You know that's a lie now. Cause that's when the time that she would be out the room. You know what I'm talking about? So they gotta place her somewhere in the hotel cause they know she out the room at this point. So if he was a setup, right? Like what we thinking. When they came in, exactly at 12, 13, 14, you get her in the room, bam, you tell her what it is, what's finna go down. That's gonna take about 1-2 minutes for her to understand, like, yeah, it's finna go down. You know what I'm talking about? It's over with. So watch this. This like 12:20. Right? Just got there, then you got TY already going live at 12:26. So it'll make sense that he already filming and showing Kenneka, you know what I'm talking about? Slick like, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Yeah, you finna enjoy yourself and all this old shit, right? So damn, they got that footage. Boom, Irene Lab come after that, cause now that's going on one song. Cause keep this in mind, the TY Lab, nobody did even come say with that girl. Now I understand why nobody didn't come and say with that girl then. Nobody want to stand around and talking to her, nothing. Everybody was just like, the whole thing was focused on her. Okay, so check this out. Since we established that timestamp, right? So it would make sense round about 1:30. Sergeant Rose said she would meet up round with two friends. That's Monifa and Shamaya that brought her out the room, right? So Kenneka wasn't even there. She wasn't even there fully an hour yet before they brought her out the room. Keep this in mind. It ain't no telling what was going on for at least 45 minutes in that room when Irene camera turned off. Cause people would think TY live after that. You know what I'm talking about? No. Mm-mm. So So watch this. So when we hear Monifa in the background talking to Irene, to somebody in the line, like, we about to come outside. Me and Kenneka about to come outside. At the same time, you got Irene talking about park in the parking lot. You see what I'm talking about? Park in the parking lot. So there's clearly indication she coming out in Irene live. That's why when you watch Zach video, when Zach was like, what asking Irene was like, yeah, what made Kenneka get up and come out that room? So she was explaining this, what was going on at one something, what Sergeant Rose seen on that ninth floor. Right? So they must have had to told her, be like, look, scratch that out. We're gonna have to change this to two something. That's why she always say round two something. See what I'm talking about? Cooperating witness working with the police to confuse us. You see what I'm talking about? All right. Now 1:30. Kenneka, right? Hold on. She met with two friends on the ninth floor, and her friends re-entered the room 9:26. Sound like the story, right, gang? Sound like Shemaya's story. Yeah, when we was out there, so I asked Kenneka, like, what's wrong? She was like, I just want my mama, what I'm talking about. She was like, what's wrong though? She was like, I'm just ready to go. Now keep this in mind, this would be at the same time, 1:30, that somebody sent the text out to a family member, right? Irene said it wasn't her. Gotta be Miss Teresa at 1:30. That's what it said on there, right? So that means if she had contact according to the paperwork, what the paperwork said, she contacted somebody in the family and somebody knew, or she was in danger, or what was about to happen. Cause once you look at this timeline, cause what Sergeant Rose just said, I'm gonna flip the screen and now look, and let's go to this timeline, right? And let's make it make sense. Right here. 113. Right? She entered as a guest. Kenneka entered the hotel completely cold, inherent, and without incident. Right? At this point, we already know Crown Plaza knew what was going to happen even before the girl even arrived. And we know that. Check this out. You see how they got 2:30? Let's go back and treat this at 1:30. Kenneka Jenkins left a room on the ninth floor and was last seen by her friends. Right? Now, when you knock an hour out, why is matching up with Sergeant Rose said at 1:30? You see what I'm saying? So they coach Irene was like, whoa, change that time stamp, baby, because you know what I'm talking about. If you mention that time, we got to subpoena this shit in court. That gonna get them in trouble. Cause keep this in mind, in TY line, we clearly heard TY say the manager at the door. I see the manager at the door because Irene walked to the manager at the door. Right? That was the trick of the video. Irene went and talked to the employee while, boom, TY set their phone down because they ain't want y'all to see, boom, 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 the interaction. So they'll write it down in the paper reports, right? Because you'll read it and they were like, yeah, do you recall anybody? Yeah, I don't know how he looked. I just know he was an employee. Was he was a manager or security guard? You see what I'm talking about? Now they heebie with the paperwork, right? But you can oversee that once you look at this. 1:30. She was last seen by her friends at that time. At 1:30, there was multiple notifications. Multiple notifications. Keep this in mind. Prince Casey, he got the noise complaint at 12 something. But when you look at the police report, they said that noise complaint came around 2 something. At 2 something. Right? So when you take this police statement and knock it off, still at 1:30. Then you got to think about what Friends Casey, what he saw on the footage, on the camera, how she got in the elevators. You see what I'm talking about? Payal. Now watch how this finna make sense. This what Friends Casey, what he saw. They snatched her in the elevator when Monifa and them brought her out for the dudes. They was already in the elevators, right? Because in the police report, they said the same thing in the hallways and all in the elevator. Watch this. It's going around one something. So they got a narrative that's gonna say, okay, she was last seen by her friends at that time. So now they want us to believe, all right, she was last by seen. We know in our head, last seen by Monifa and Shemaya. But what if they ain't talking about them? Because friends could be anybody. They didn't name them on the documents. You got to put a name right here with this friend shit. You see what I'm saying? Who was the friends? Are you going by what was on the elevator because they like picked her up? Let's say you got on footage a group of guys just scooping her up off the floor like, come on with me, Kenneka. You know what I'm talking about? And come on in the elevator. Okay. Don't let me fall like that. When you look at that visual in that elevator, think about that visual, right? Because she went in there. Ain't just like just snatching her up there like, come here. No, she already defenseless. So ain't no time for that. Pick her up. Boom. Come on, Kenneka, baby. You know what I'm talking about? And get her in the elevator. So when they when they talking about some 2:30, go back to 1:30 something, right? In that time frame, Kenneka gets snatched by the group of men that's at the party. So they could easily say talk about them because shit, since they at the party all up from the block, they friends. That's the way the court gonna make it look. But that the court ain't finna go make it look like the friend set they friend up. They ain't finna make it look like that, right? They ain't finna say that. They just finna go along like, yeah, she was just last seen by friends and the girl got lost. Cause she got lost on. Check this out. 1:30. It was multiple notification, meaning the front desk would know this, right? 1:30, Crown Plaza had absolutely scrutinized that it was too many people in the room. It said one something. Going on two, right? 1:30. Captain Security who had struck knowledge that she was in danger. Why would they say that? Because once you read that, look at Captain Security. They had knowledge of danger. So when you go to this, look what the employee said. Security went and got her from the room by the freezer and walked her to the room, and that girl know them. And he know them. The girl wanted to go to the parking lot. She pulled away and made it outside. Now look, check this out, right? Keep this in mind how the court system playing this. Okay. Check this out. She pulled away, made it outside for a second, and brought her back in. She kept saying, no, 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 I'm going back. I'm not going back up there. One time she even said real loud, get the fuck off my arm. Now keep this in mind, they on the lower level at this point. Think about the lower level. Now y'all remember Rebel TV video when he mentioned about the screen right there by the steering wheels, right? You see what I'm talking about? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. About the steering wheels. All right. Cause the girl look over the red like, what the hell going on? Look like they had some kind of struggle. So look, so when you go back to these paperwork, right? Like this. And think about this still 130. Miss Teresa was assured by Crown Plaza style Capitol Security Company would check all the cameras. So they saying this round about the same time. So this telling me that Miss Teresa was in contact with the staff. Is I'm reading it right? Let me put my glasses on. Let me put them old man johns on and see what number 15 says. On September the 9th, 2017, shortly after the defendant knew or had reason to know Kenneka Jenkins was missing at or about 1:30. It would sound like if somebody sent a text to Miss Teresa on Kenneka's phone, because we know Irene got her phone. Irene already admitted that was her on the phone on the lab, right? So that means she had Kenneka's phone, so she had to text Miss Teresa, let Miss Teresa know what was going on. Cause Miss Teresa was sure by the Crown Plaza, by the same security company. Then when you think about this, security the one that got the girl, right? So look, so check this out, right? So so let's break it down. Let's break it down. Cause at 150 something, you got Shemaya, somebody texting talking about somebody dick little. So we already know what's going on at that time. Because it's still going around. Once you think about it, Kenneka come out the room around about 140, 150, probably before 2 o'clock. And then, you got Shemaya texting on the phone. It's Kenneka, they texting on their phone to Kenneka phone, but Kenneka ain't got the phone. Right? So it could be Irene texting back, yeah, said his dick little. Come on now, let's make it sense. Let's make that shit make sense. Cause with those text messages, they wasn't going to Kenneka. You know what I'm saying? That story that Shemaya talking about. Oh yeah, when Kenneka text me, I'm ready to go, and I text her, I am too. You see, so that means at one point in time they had to pass the phone around. So watch this. Let's go down. Cameras in the footage, it would have saved a life. We know that. That's how low down they was and let her die. It's messed up. She could have been saved, but they turned up on her and did that to her. Right? Look how these court documents reading it out between when you put that timestamp together, look how it's starting to change into a whole big murder plot. With staff members, got all these people got all involved. You could easily read it. Bam, it would have saved a life. You know what I'm talking about? Cause look, round around about 2 some, we see her on camera entering through the employee door from downstairs hallway. Right? Going with the employee at this point. It said 2:30. Cause keep this in mind, they remember you, right? 1:30 she was last seen by a friend. 2 something she last seen on camera walking in the employee area. Now you got this person saying what the security. Now when you see that security went from the room by the freezer. So look. So that means when you read this, Kenneka was last seen entering through employee door downstairs, and they two some entering a bandit kitchen. Right? Hold on. Watch this. Let me get to the footage. Hold on. If they would have chased Vayla soon, it would have been proper. Hold on. Right here. Check this out, gang. Since she with the security, somebody taking her to security, right? They going in the lower level kitchen. We is not talking about the kitchen upstairs. We gonna stick with the lower level kitchen. Watch this. She was last synced on camera entering the kitchen where she passed several hotel personnel who failed her from entering the kitchen. Sound like security was watching them cameras and had those young niggas, you know what I'm saying, snatch her up, got her off the camera. Cause once she come in restricted areas now, they got it from there. You see what I'm saying? Now you can make her walk by herself in restricted areas and put her on another camera. All right. So look, boom. I'm gonna stop it right here. Right, gang? Check this out. I'm finna stop it right here. So what they basically told me, when no young guy, when they put her in the elevator, we know she went to 2 different floors, right? To 2 different floors. We know that for a fact. Even Monifa bagged that claim up when she admitted that she was on different floors on her Snapchat video. All right. So we know Kenneka will maneuver around that hotel around about 1 and 2 o'clock. So watch this. Now we got to go to right here to the actual footage. Cause remember, the paperwork said he already knew. So when you see where the timestamp I got the camera at right here, right? Look where the video was started. 15 minutes behind, right? 15 minutes behind. So look, check this out, right? So look, this how we gonna watch the footage for every time for what I just broke it down. I just took 30 minutes just breaking down one something at one something. Now you see what time it say right here? All right, check this out. Hold on. Now check this out. So this means he already knew Kenneka was came up out that room missing. You see how he putting on the show for the camera, acting like he's doing work. Keep this in mind. He know his employee got her. Cause anything that go on the camera, he got access to it. He can able to see it. Cause he ain't gotta do nothing but go back into the back office, run back and forth to the back office and take a peek of the video. Right? The court paper said it was already multiple notifications in that room. So you know it's a close eye on it, right? So check this out. All you got to do, watch this footage to round about to when things really finna get out of hand. Alright, gang. Now I'ma slowly. Now look, this will be at 151. So keep this in mind. Kenneka is out the room at this point, making her way to the 11th floor or to the 6th floor, right? So we calculating the time. Cause when I was first watching this, I was going back with the wrong timestamp in this corner, right? And I'm like, well, it wouldn't even make sense. I was like, it wouldn't even make sense. It's like, but once you go to her, what Sergeant Rose said, it explain why this movement is the way it is on this camera in this time frame, right? So boom, if he got a notification, he could have went back there and was on the walkie-talkie talking to his employee. Or he could have been walking he could have been back there watching the camera and guiding his employee. Look, take a her. I got the camera. I'm watching them. Look, they on the 9th floor. They walking down. So you see what I'm talking about? So boom. At this point, it ain't even no telling where he at, right? Since they got all the cameras on, to keep this in mind, the lower level camera is off. So anything going on in the lower level. So look, so he doing something. My best get, he watching on the camera. He got the walkie-talkie. He back there with other supervisors. See what I'm talking about? Ain't no telling who back there in the back office. Now think about Tay Sunday video in this time frame. They said they won't even let the guests come wrong in the lobby because they filming the movie. If it was true, this would be the perfect time to be filming, right? Cause where Marco, King Rob, the people with the actual camera equipment. You see what I'm talking about? So wham. This would be right in that time frame, right? It ain't no telling what kind of sick video they actually shooting. We don't know what video. They might want to even shoot a video at all. They probably just told everybody it was gonna be a little video shoot. You know what I'm talking about? So at this time, when you read the court paper, they said it would have saved her life, right? And when I watched this, I could just imagine what Kenneka actually going through at this moment. She in somebody's room against her will, surrounded by a lot of strangers. Girl want a mama. But that's what's the last thing she told Shemaya. I want my mama. Mm. So this girl could be in the room fighting for her life. You know what I'm saying? At this point, passed out. Now look how long he been gone. We just see other security just step at the top of the corner, right? Now, check this out. camera and footage would have showed her whereabouts, it would have saved her life. And they gave us a timestamp. And they said she was in danger. And they had multiple notifications knowing this. Now watch how Satan working on the footage. Watch how Satan's maneuvering around in this footage with Kenneka. You got the staff gone. He coming back. Look at his movement now. See that? He dropped the walkie talk out. Look. Oh, he's super nervous. See that? Point blank period. We know why. He nervous. You came in, dropped that walkie talkie out. Now you gotta play cool on the camera. You know what I'm talking about? And they go back to stamping your little stamp papers and you know what I'm talking about. Act like you working, but you came in kind of hostile, like, damn, it's going down. So that means round about 158, something happened is disturbing. Are they on the move again through the hotel? See what I'm saying? Just check them out. Cause this proves how lawyers represent this. Let's argue this in court. I know what the paperwork y'all said at the time frame. Boom. Even when they switch it up, like at 2:30, it's still gonna match up whatever it showed. So it was really a waste of time knocking the hour back once you think about it. You see what I'm saying? It wouldn't even make sense to even knock the time back an hour. Once you really think about it. So look, now this at 2 o'clock, right? Now this at 2 o'clock. So that means Kenneka been missing for about 25 minutes. Well, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. We gonna say about 15 minutes because when she came out the room, we gotta calculate that time right about 1:40. Irene light would turn off at 1:42 in the morning. So Kenneka could be finna come out the room right about this time. It's still in the same time frame, right? That explains why he keep dipping off on the camera. Cause at this time, you got the people, got her. So whoever got Kenneka is in communication with the staff. And that's where Little Meek will come in there. You see what I'm talking about? And then that's where Little Meek will come in there. Cause them his partners. You know what I'm talking about? So now it makes sense when you got the suspects. So boom. Check it out, gang. Cause you're gonna have to watch this. All right. Now check this out. This would be at 2 in the morning. 2:03, right? So that means in the next 26 minutes, Kenneka will be walking in the kitchen. So that's why you got those. Remember that girl that's twerking in the lobby? She twerking right in front of the front desk, right? So, so look. So look. That's why everybody police report was like, yeah, we left at 3 something, cause they trying to establish when Kenneka was already missing. You know what I'm saying? They gotta admit she already missing, but they make it look like, yeah, they ain't got nothing to do with it. They was just leaving the party. Like what Irene said, everybody got to start around about 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning, which is their lie because you on the camera now. And this when the time when Kenneka out the room, that could have been the scratch. They on the camera, you watching them, you know what I'm saying? Kenneka somewhere in that hotel on another camera. So look, boom. Cause look, they on the move now. Look how everybody coming in. You see what I'm saying? This at 2:04. Now you got a whole bunch of niggas coming in. That could be true, Silver 8. Cause keep this in mind. If Shemaya was talking about somebody deep, little, she gotta be talking about TY. Cause they're the one that were too hugged up, right or wrong. So that means she had a thing for TY. Cause that's what it showed to me on the footage. Why else they'll be holding hands in the girl? You'll see it in a minute, right? You finna see all of this. Shit, that answers your question. She on that footage cause that could when everybody first see that footage, everybody like, damn, why they be hugged up at a time like this? And then that what really made him look suspect. Cause look how old she was at the time. She was still a teenager. A little girl. You know what I'm talking about? Little girl in the hotel on camera holding hands. Grown man with a teenager holding hands, right? And they didn't outrage nobody. But we got men walking with underage girls and holding hands like couples and shit. That's a felony, ain't it? No wonder why they can't broadcast this shit on the news. Cause look what all evidence they gonna have to show. They gonna have to show all that. You know what I'm talking about? So look. So remember this, what the lady said. Then you had people in the lobby with luggage and stuff. And keep this in mind too, gang, about the lady warned Zach, be like, yeah, when you pay attention to the lobby, pay attention to the people with luggage and everything. We supposed to watch everybody, not just the friends. We need to watch everybody that's checking in. Could keep this in mind. If they was filming a movie or whatever the fuck they filming, and you got the police directing the traffic, so that means anybody that's seen on this camera at this time frame is a part of the whole cover up. If you really look at it like this, and this would just prove to me, be like, holy shit, this like an operation. I could think about the feds coming in here and raiding this for human trafficking. You know what I'm talking about? They got a smooth operation like that going on. You see the employees. Once you read this, right? This what it sound like. The employees knew what was going on. They was already in contact with Miss Teresa, telling her they were going, you know what I'm saying, tell her about the camera. Then we got statement, crucial statement, talking about somebody contacted Miss Teresa. So that means somebody contacted Miss Teresa on Kenneka phone and Crown Plaza. Them two different landlines, right? So when they said she was sure about Crown Plaza, that means that hot wire came from they line, not on no cell phone, right? So that just basically told me like, damn, somebody at the party contacted Mr. Reason while they were contacting Mr. Reason, the staff were contacting Mr. Reason. That's what the paperwork read to me. You know what I'm talking about? So it really makes you really just dig a little deeper into it. Cause once you look at this right, I'm gonna have to see him jump on the phone. You know what I'm talking about? What y'all talking about in the chat? What y'all say? Monifa brain is small. It's small as her ponytail. You sure ain't lying. Shit. I got a screenshot of it. You know what I'm talking about? I got a screenshot of this shit. Mm-hmm. I need to touch it up a little bit so I can make it go viral. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Yeah, I need to you know what I'm talking about? If y'all didn't see my Beetlejuice episode of Monifa, you gotta go check it out. Cause I fired her up on that jump. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I fired Monifa up because she look like that dude on Beetlejuice. They got the same hairdo. Now look, now he on the walkie-talkie. Now everything must. Now look, this what we need. He on the walkie-talkie. He got height, right? So something ain't working or something going on. It's 211. It's 211. You know what I'm talking about? So look, check this out, gang. It's 211. He just came in instantly, got on a walkie-talkie, and went back. Boom. So look, you see how mad he real pissed off. He pissed off now. Look, look how he come in and slam the walkie-talkie down. Fuck he talking about. Damn. Swear, man, they don't know what they doing. You see what I'm saying? Look. So just by that movement, I'ma go to her and read some more of these documents. God damn it. The camera would have showed the light. I see the way he was acting on the camera. Round about 2:30. We gonna knock this down to 2:30. So if he had movement like this and you got 20 minutes to go. So he in communication with his staff, right? On the walkie-talkie, broad daylight. Uh-oh. And he was mad. So that means, look, he communicating. Think about before she get in the kitchen. If Kenneka been escorted, oh shit. See that game? So something going on with the staff at this point. So that means Kenneka coming out the room. That means she making her way. And then look, you see what he writing down? Go to this. Watch this. Watch this, guy. Find one of the videos that show around 1:30 something, right? They just giving you a time frame. It's close in the time frame. You could even pull one of the Rosemont tricks and be like, this person said, show a video around about 1:30. So when I go on the footage, I'm looking hours between 1:30 or 2:30. So when I do that, I go back to these reports and look at it. Kenneka was last seen entering the kitchen through employee doors, right? This at 2:30, right? She gonna be seen where she passed employee style. No doubts about this time frame. This at 2:11, right? Then look at the front desk. I think that's a guy you mentioned one of the video. The security looks suspicious. That's why I was telling y'all that dude work at the front desk. He is security. He ain't the late night auditor. He is not the late night auditor, right? Cause keep this in mind, you only see him one time on the footage and he gone. He disappeared. You never see him on the footage again. Watch this. Check this out. Watch what they finna say. Wait, you see the computer screen is a good video with a clear view. Now, we know that's what he doing. Copying off the computer screen. I got the other monitor, but it's on my other video. And you know what I'm saying? Y'all done synced it. You know what I'm saying? It's just the other camera that's showing this what he writing down, right? Look what the camera's showing. This finna show you the cover up. This finna show you everything. And this finna make this look even more real. Watch this. That's because security was called a lot of motion sensors went off. That means you gotta keep up with the time on the camera and the motion sensor. So that means right here, he looking out for an employee. Mm-hmm. Now that means he looking out for an employee, right, gang? He ain't doing this for nobody in the room. We had no one watching the pool that time of the night, and the kitchen too was closed. It really is upon the construction. All right, check this out. Hold on. You see the security get big eye and start writing down things. He not signing a check. Remember, we just seen the delivery dude come in. If you pay attention to the footage, right? And the way he played it off, you would think that. You know what I'm talking about? But he was right down on each sensors and the cameras activated. Now, what Trey Gang told y'all about the kitchen footage, where the time skips at, where the pot sink at, we already know it skips around this time frame, right? We already know what time it's skip. Cause I told everybody, I said, y'all don't never forget these timestamps where it's skipping it. Right? I got it by heart in my head. So check this out. So boom, he watching out for a staff member. Could be Lenny, could have been one of the managers. We don't know, but they fit in this some type of way. So boom, he writing down shit. Okay. Now we finna watch his behavior, right? Check him out. He on the computer. Watch what he gonna do when he on the computer. Yeah, I'm back, gang. I had my microphone muted. Now check this out. Keep this in mind since we got the accurate timeline. We already know they showed us Kenneka finna get off on the elevator round about this time. So that explains why that see what's going on the screen. That explains why that she will be getting off on the elevators at 2 something. Right? That's where they gonna show her getting off on the elevator. We seen Friends K drop the walkie-talkie off. He finna go upstairs. Keep this in mind. He said he was in the back office watching the camera the whole time. So boom, I done really got the lobby footage locked in my head. That's the reason why he dropped the walkie-talkie off. He finna put on his jacket and he finna go towards the elevators, right? While he go towards the elevator with his jacket on, you got him. So boom, remember he done made a key card and everything. All this behind the phone, behind her. If you were paying attention to the footage, but keep this in mind. You gotta keep writing down what's going on with the motion sensor, just like this person was saying. Boom. Security when it now think about this. Kenneka finna get out on the elevator at 2 something and head in the freezer. We ain't gonna think about upstairs. We gonna think about the lower level. The stunt that Marco J pulled, the stunt that Bigfoot pulled about that lower level kitchen, right? So now look what's going on the footage. 216. All right. Shout out to everybody in the chat too, gang. Shout out to the payout unit. Shout out to everybody dropping those purple hearts in the chat. Yeah, we J for K all the way. Now look, 217. See, security come back in there again, right? Now you see all the activity that's going on. She was last seen, she finna go into the kitchen where she was very disoriented and in dire need. So when you go back and watch this footage, rewind this John and see how he was acting. Look, round look. This at 210. Let me skip it. That shows you he in the communication. Whoever he communicating with is dealing with this person that she finna be in the kitchen with a staff member. And everybody got walkie talkies at this time of night. So that's communication we see on the camera. And she need assistance. She was disoriented. And they always mention it wouldn't have prevented her death. So they leading her to the death. So now the paperwork want to talk about the freezer upstairs. The girl is still on the lower level kitchen, right? The lower level kitchen, right? So check this out. He on the phone with somebody, right? So look, check this out, gang. If you look at the time stamp, this would be at one something. This would be at 110, right? So look at all the movements. This would be the hour between 1 and 2 o'clock, right? Between 1 and 2 o'clock. So watch this. Hold on. Let me skip some of this. Get back to this. 218. I'm gonna skip some of this. Now y'all see he on the computer screen, right? So we know he keeping up with the motion sensors that's reading on the computer screen. So boom. So it's no doubt that Kenneka is with an employee, and the courts don't want to admit that part. They just want to admit that she was in the same area in where the employee was. They was in the kitchen. So boom, now you got him on the phone. I mean, writing down the motion sensors. So security come back in, right? Then when he come in, I gotta skip it all the way to around about 2:20. All right, if this jump would stop loading up, now he on the phone. This said 219. Now he on the phone. So that means he in contact with somebody in the room. Don't know which one, but he in contact with somebody on the hotel phone. All right. So if he on the phone in about 5 minutes, Kenneka finna be getting off on the elevator. So bam, he write down the motion sensors, see where they at. Boom, he jump on the walkie-talkie right there. But then what he doing? Then he finna take a big drink of water. This at 2:20. See, he drinking a big cup of water right there. Set it down, and he finna walk down this way and get on the walkie-talkie. All right. See that? Now you see he on the move. So now you got to get off the camera because you don't want the camera to see your communication. All right. So now, boom, now the communication real tight now because now she on the camera and maneuvering through the elevators or the stairwell, right? So we got 3 minutes before Kenneka gets off on the elevator. I just want to show y'all his behavior before she even get off. Cause this just a dead giveaway right in front of the camera. Your emotion showing everything on the camera. Supporting everybody's theory of what happened that night. All right. Game. You know what I'm talking about? Put Trey Gang in the algorithm. We been doing good. We getting some attention. We is exposing a lot of things. I appreciate the love and the support, y'all. When y'all be sharing this stuff, cause we gotta get the message out. So look, boom. He on the computer. Y'all see what he doing on the computer, right? This the famous scene. Everybody was like, "Ooh, it look like he deleting footage off the scene." That's when he kept the track. Everything he wrote down with the motion sensor. That's why he on the computer screen. Now keep this in mind. Kenneka getting off on the elevator right now. And that's when you finna see the witness told Miss Teresa she seen the girl in the lobby. With who? With the guys and the girls, right? And that's when Andrew Holmes said, look, she was in the lobby 320. Now we know on this camera she ain't in the lobby at 320. And we know this 220. So that means we need to go to 420 on this camera when it shows 320. And you'll see why he came up with that story, right? So check this out. Kenneka somewhere in her. Now, this could be, she could be, she could have made her way at one point in time behind this front desk. I don't know, cause it's some strange reason why they said she was in the lobby and they were finna stand on it. Maybe the video wouldn't show right if they couldn't get it right. Like it her in the lobby and it wouldn't show right, so they had to change the story. See what I'm talking about? She probably would never in the lobby. Cause Miss Teresa said they showed her a photo, and we know that photo was photo edited and Photoshop. And she talking about, yeah, they showed me a picture of her in the lobby on a picture, not on a video, but on the picture, right? And I don't trust that because it's Photoshop. So look, wham. So once you go to this, we see what he doing in broad daylight. The lawyer can argue this and look at the keystroke, see what he typing, cause everybody know what the alphabet is on the keyboard. So it ain't hard to figure out what he would be doing on the keyboard. You know what I'm talking about? So boom, 225, Kenneka walking up the ramp, allegedly. I'ma just cancel the ramp out. So they go to witness, and it would make sense that she would see Kenneka getting on the elevator because they was on the elevator together. Now French K come back, grab the walkie-talkie. Boom. Now he finna go back towards the kitchen area, right? So now you got people in there with luggage and stuff. Now Kenneka allegedly supposed to be roaming on the lower level, right? She gets off on the elevator. She right in this area, somewhere in this area. But you didn't give me your phone no ring. Now look, Boom. He grabbed the key card. Now look. Shut up. Check this out, gang. Now y'all see that? And boom. Now they finna go. Now if she in the kitchen, now they got access. Now they watching the camera. She with the hotel staff at this point. Alright. Is I'm buffering? Alright. So now you gotta watch out for him. Hold on, y'all. Alright. Now you got to work through Videotech app, right? So now you got to communicate through the Videotech app on the phone, right? So you got to think about where Straight Drop is, where Marco and King Rob, right? So boom. So he wrote down all the motion sensors. He know where everybody is. So now you just got to play the waiting game. Don't it make sense? Now it's finna be a lot of stalling. It's finna be a lot of pacing going on. Cause once you read the body movements and the body behavior, now you can comprehend of what's going on in the footage. But keep this in mind. But the paperwork's already said it was multiple notification. She was disoriented and dire needed assistance. She was passing security hotel personnel and she was entering the kitchen on the lower level through an employee doors. And all of this, and they would have checked the cameras, it would prevent her death. And you think they were concerned about that? No. They weren't concerned about their good at all. You see what I'm saying? So boom. So that look. Now look, boom. They just gave it away. Right there, exactly at 2:30. See what I'm saying, gang? So at this time, security, French K on the move. French K done went on the elevator. I don't know if he on the floor. I don't know where he was at. But right about this time, that's when the police said when French K went to the room and bumped into Killer now, right? At Tucson. So we see French K leave, go to the elevator. So he went to the room, so he bumped into Killer and to two other people. Wow. Right? That's what the paperwork said. What Rosemont said. Uh-oh. And Fresh K said roundabout, I don't know where to start because we were watching the camera between the hours of 1 and 2. And this time, you know, I seen Kenneka get off on the elevator, snatching the elevator, went through room. So when I came back downstairs, we were watching the camera because I was trying to see what camera she was on. So when he came in there, he located Kenneka somewhere on the 6th floor, on the 11th floor. While he went on the floor, he didn't know that she was on the lower level. And keep this in mind, the camera's cut off, right? That's why he in the rush at the front desk. So that means if the camera was cut off, they must have to digitally place her on their camera on the lower level, and that's why her walk looked the same on each camera. You see what I'm saying? And created and depicted a route to get to the kitchen. You see what I'm talking about? Cause look, cause the time ain't lying on this giant. He gone again. So that explain why friends came upstairs. He went in the back and his way up there and made it up there. Cause that's when he knocked on the door and the dude said, "Oh yeah, I'm looking for the girl in all black." She just he finna bump into Monique and them at this point, right? So when he bumped into Monique and them at this point, he telling them, "Look, you can't be lying in the house." They like, "Look, we looking for our friend." And he was like, "Look, if you want to go, see what's going on, you need to go downstairs so you can check the camera." So look, in the first paperwork, the police gave a real timeline. They came down around about 3 o'clock, right? So boom, right? We didn't see them come down here around about 3 this time, right? But as we don't see them show up when this timestamp hit 3, you goddamn skip it. But look, so boom. So my indication is he back there watching the footage. And what footage he'll be watching? Of the fight in the kitchen. Cause this what he'll be watching. Security when they got her from the room by the freezer. He walked her out. She know them. That girl wanted she wanted to go to the parking lot. She pulled away and she made it outside, right? When she made it outside for a second, he brought it in. She kept saying, "No, no, no, I'm not going back up there." One time she really said out loud, "Get the fuck out of my arm." So her friend, best friend, came down because we called them. They walked her outside. Then the older guy with long hair came with his friends. So boom, he coming in right back on the queue. So look, he aggravated now. So this what he possibly been watching? The struggle? But that's the indication that I'm getting. Cause look how you finna got a lot of pacing going on. Boom. Alright. Just check out this movie cause at this time, when I was telling y'all remember when I was telling y'all what was going on in the parking lot at 3:35? In the parking lot at 3:35. So look, when you knock an hour off, 2:35 or 2:36. So Kenneka actually made it in the parking lot. And that's why we seen the lights were going off in the parking lot. And then I'm looking at his behavior. We got him. And then when you go the courts, what the court said, around 2:30, she in the kitchen with the employees. This just confirmed what this person just said. This just confirmed everything. Right here, gang. Now watch this. Now look, Kenneka made it outside round about this time. The court paper just proved it. A YouTuber just proved it. Sergeant Rose proved it. Cause remember what Sergeant Rose said. Let's go to him. See what he said? In the hours or two, she walked down a hallway leading to a posted private area. As she walked it, the officer stated that she was extremely intoxicated, staggering, bumping into walls. She then entered the private area, walked down a hallway and down a staircase rail where lead to the loading dock and the kitchen area. The officer stated that the video no time was anyone was seen with Jenkins. Right? So they just explained the kitchen on the lower level. Right? So she made it outside. They brought her back in. Boom. So now we got to wait on Monique and them. And they were going to confirm the timeline even more. Because Kenneka getting assaulted. And they had to contact the friends like Friends K said. Boom. Uh-oh. So that means while Friends K was up there to the room, by the time he was about to come down to the front desk, he get a call and saying come to the pool quick. And that's when Monique and them show up. Cause look, right? Mm-mm. Now you see he gone longer now. All right. So, bam. Now he gone. So that means he watching everything that's taking place with Kenneka. But remember what Macho told Friends K, what they seen. We know they ain't behind the office watching the footage. We know Macho and Lindy somewhere in the hotel, right? So they synced it. And when they synced it, they knew where she was, right? Just like he knew. So no more question about, oh, he knows something, or look at him, he pacing. We got our answers, right? See that? Now you got to communicate on the phone. Boom. All right. It's 2:40. 2:40. Let me skip it a little bit. Remember the dude come to the front desk and was knocking on the front desk? That's him with the red shirt. That's the lady that was telling Zach about. Remember the dude in the red stripy shirt? Right? So why would that lady even mention him? He the only person with this shirt on at the front desk looking for him. Right? So if I'm Miss Teresa, if I'm Miss Teresa lawyer, I'ma argue this in court. Front desk gone. I know where exactly he at. He in the restaurant kitchen. And he seen on the camera in that same kitchen, right? That's where he at. That's why the front desk, that's why the dude at the front desk like, hey, where you at? You know what I'm talking about? But he gonna bump into him at the restaurant. So boom, right? So they telling you where Kenneka was with a staff member in the kitchen. Mm-mm. Yeah, the lumberjack shirt. Y'all know that shirt, the bronze man, the paper towel man, the bronze man. He got the same shirt on. So boom, the lady mentioned him when she was talking to Zach, right? And he'll be on camera round about this time with Kenneka with an employee. So boom, let me skip it. Cause he gonna be gone for about 10 minutes. He gonna be gone for about 10 minutes, guys. Now look. So boom, when he come back, he need a big drink of water. See, fixing his tie and shit. Like he doing too much. Right? He doing too much. Then look, check this out, right? Just pay attention to his face. Look at his movement. Look. He looking at it. He about to cry. You see what I'm saying? He about to cry now. So they just let me know the song is going down at the time like I thought it was. So if Macho was telling Friends K what they saw when she was getting jumped, he was watching it. And he was about to cry watching it. But why else he would be doing this shit? Look. Man, that's messed up. If they don't tear you to pieces, I don't know what it is. You see what I'm talking about? That could be Risco. Look, now you see how he read. Now he finna go out into the parking lot and go get the cart, right? All right. I mean, whatever he saw, if it made him cry like that on the spot that he got to get off the grid, just imagine they show the camera to us. Man, that shit would start another ride. I believe they would have showed would be bigger than Rodney King. He gonna be bigger than the goddamn it, the Ramsey case. You see what I'm saying? But look at him. All right. Now look. Now you gotta wipe down everything. See that? Time skip. Check this out. Look, y'all. Watch this. This when the time skip. Somebody came during the time skip, right? And used the phone. This would make perfectly sense that somebody from the back office came up here during the time skip and used the phone, and he right behind the suspect. And this suspect could have had blood on him or anything. Uh-oh. See what I'm talking about? The suspect could have brought her back in, ran to the, you know what I'm saying, the office. Cause keep this in mind, you're gonna need some first aid kits, band-aid, towels, sheets, and everything. Now look, boom, wipe down all everything. Hey man, you can stop typing that shit in the chat. Everybody know that. We already know she was walking on freezer, bro. Stop typing that shit in the chat. We know that. One time on. I'm showing you right now. Cause that means we know for sure she ain't walking nowhere now. The way I'm seeing on the camera, look at her. She ain't even able to walk right now. From what I just seen on the footage, yeah, she seriously need medical attention at this point. You know what I'm saying? 251. 251, right? Man, I'm gonna tell you something. If Kenneka was in that bathroom, we know Kenneka was in that bathroom. And by her giving her the drug, like you said, that's a good question too. Kenneka had to use it in the bathroom. They had to go to the bathroom because she had to throw up. You know what I'm talking about? Cause what they gave her, she gonna throw up. You even see that in the freezer by her feet. You see what I'm talking about? So that drug gonna have that girl vomiting. You know what I'm talking about? See what I'm saying? Now that's good thinking right there, cause she cause keep this in mind. They said she was in the bathroom. You know what I'm talking about? And you already know the drug like that gonna have your stomach nausea. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah. So that make a whole lot of sense. Now bam. Keep this in mind. We got another hour and a half to go before they even call Miss Teresa and let her know what's going. Oh, ain't this Monique for Neil? Look, there they go, right on the cue. So that means this was true when they said she kept saying no, no, no. I'm not going back up there. One time she said, "Really loud, get out my arms." So her friend, the best friend, they came down because they called them, right? And that's what we actually see after of a fight. And now we got them on the camera. Uh-oh. There goes Shemaya, and that's why they all going to the kitchen area. But remember, they said they called Monifa to bring Kenneka back inside the hotel, right? So this what this said. So they called them, told them to come back, right? And that's when they finna meet up with the gray hoodie. Remember sleazy bands. You know what I'm talking about? Now that's when Lawrence Johnson come and get the key card, right? You know what I'm saying? The dude in all white. Now he got a key, not a key card, but a pocket ticket. It say on the 6th. Now you got Pucky right there, right, in no white jeans. Now they going over there to talk to Mariah. So now you got Mariah right here and everything. Now remember the paperwork where Mariah said what time she was in the lobby. She said she left around about 2:30 something. Right? Let me go to Mariah page, right? You know what I'm talking about? So I can show y'all what she said. Hold on. Let me see. Do I got it right here? Now I need to go to this one. I need to go, not this one. I might, yeah, I need to go to this one. Hold on, gang. Now look, check this out what the timeline showing, right? Hold on, gang. Give me 1 second. I'm finna pull Mariah's statements up. All right, hold on. I'm finna pull her statements up so I can show y'all. Watch how the timeline finna match up completely, right? Right here. Now look, this her statement. She said she blank and blank went to the hotel lobby round about 2:30 to 3 o'clock, right? I asked her how they all left. She stated they did. Blank was positive that the group left the hotel shortly before 3. Since we know Kenneka been in the fight with the stab, where Mariah at? 'Cause remember, Mariah looked like she was in the fight too. On the camera, round about this time, looking like she was fighting. I asked her again, did she drink or smoke the hotel, and she denied it. She said when she left the room, she said, I then asked her if they saw Kenneka Jenkins smoking and taking any drug. She said she didn't see her do any of those things, right? Now y'all see how they playing with statements now. Fumbling over with the real question. You see what I'm talking about? But look, I asked her if there was anyone at the party she knew. She stated that a boy named Blank was there as well as Blank. I asked her if she could show me a picture of the individual that rented the room. She stated she would attempt to identify and prove her with the picture of 2 subjects renting the room. She was unable to identify the subject. She left. Look, they said she did. Her group was walking out the hotel party. More people, guys, was going to the hotel for the party. I did ask how they heard of Kenneka. Hold on. I gotta go to the other one. They said, have you ever heard of somebody named uh Kia Mays? Now look at this name. That's who y'all really need to be looking into. Kia Mays, right? Blank stated she was not familiar with that name, so we need to find out who is her. Now watch this. Here go her other statement. Now this ain't the one. That's the girl that was in the bathroom. Now here go Mariah other statement. Watch this. She said she was hanging out with her friend Blank and Blank. Went outside her house and she was looking over Facebook and saw her friend posted a party. And so and put on the parking fee to the room. Irene. Keep this in mind. Irene's name is not on the room because you booked it with a fraudulent credit card. And the person that booked the room with the fraudulent credit card, the victim is a male. The victim is a male. So you let a female book a credit card with a male identification? Ain't that strange? Now that's the strange part about the case. Cause you let a female, I ain't never seen nobody hand somebody another ID with a female trying to pose as a man. So watch this. This Mariah, we seen what was going on the footage between 1:30. Remember what Sergeant Rose said on the ninth floor at 1:30. Now go back to some Mariah's statement. She said she got to the hotel around about that time, right? At 1:40 to 1:45. Keep this in mind, it's a 5 minute difference. We seen what we seen on the camera at that time frame. She stated that she went up to the room approximately with 15, 20 people there. So that means she seen Kenneka or knew her whereabouts, right? Cause check this out. She stated everyone was drinking smoke and she saw Kenneka in the room. That's the trick to get everybody to cooperate that she's still in the room. At this time, Kenneka really ain't in the room, right? So you need these people to say that to go along with the narrative trying to prove an accident. So next thing you know, she said when she saw Kenneka, that she wasn't acting like her usual self state. Kenneka seemed to be sad at time, but when she get up and dance, she go sit back down. Then she stated that she observed Kenneka smoking weed and drinking in the room at some point at the party. She stated around an hour in the party, meaning that's finna go back to what? To something. What you see right here on the footage, right? Like what you see on the footage. We just read what was going on with the paperwork, right? So boom. So an hour later, they'll be round about 2:30, 2:40, going on 3 o'clock. So boom, Kenneka getting assaulted in the hotel in the kitchen area. Made it outside round two something. Now you got her saying she stated an hour later the party someone knocked on the hotel door and stated that security from the hotel room told them they need to turn down the music. Or maybe he told them y'all need to come downstairs. See what I'm talking about? Cause think about think about this, right? Think about this when you think about it. Right? So her friend and the best friend came because we called them. They walked outside and then the older guy with long hair came in with the friend. No one knows what happened after that. They came to the front desk and they was panicking saying that she was in the pool. You see what I'm talking about? All right. Our security called the manager and they said to move her to the kitchen to be in private. So now you know why the police basically said about this, right? This is what the police said. Once you dig deep into the police report again, she walked down a hallway to a posted private area. Now that's on the lower level, Jack. Now that's on the lower level. You see what I'm talking about? Hey y'all. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. So look how we matching the timestamps up. Now look, she walked Down in the office stated she looked very scream intoxicated or badly beat up. All of above, right? You know what I'm talking about? So let's get out of there. Go back to this and think about what Friends K said when the friends came in the pool area. Monifa, Shamaya, everybody that came down there with them and said they weren't even surprised to see her laying there, shallow breathing, and couldn't even move. And the girl was naked. And she was naked. So it would be right around this time. It would make sense why everybody on the camera. Everybody. And to cover that up, you got to say, look, round three something. This is what we gonna tell everybody. Everybody got to leave in round 3 and 4 o'clock. They wasn't leaving. They was going to the pool. Yeah, they were leaving the hotel room to go to the pool. See that game? Mariah looked like she was in the fight, and we know Kenneka was in the fight. You got the employee telling you what they saw right here, and he watching the same thing on the camera, but in real time. So we're straight dropping them and King Rob them. I bet you they with the staff member. See what I'm talking about? And that's when they ass got video. When they look, that's when they got video. Monifa got video. Everybody got video at this point. Monifa. That's how Monifa was able to make that video and send it to Irene. And Irene was like, yeah, girl, you gotta confess up. That's why Irene didn't even want to walk around that hotel because she knows she don't even supposed to be on no camera, really. If you in cahoots with the staff, cause the staff, when it comes to anything that's dealing with the room, they go to her. They weren't going to kill her. They were going straight to Irene. Like she over the room, but the room is booked over mail, credit card fraud. This is an inside job. This all it is, an inside job dealing with managers, pedophile managers. Got some bunch of teenage girls in some room, seduced them with alcohol. They supplied the alcohol. Nobody did bring no liquor bottle. You need to scratch your head like, look, we ain't see no liquor bottle. Where they get the liquor from? They got it from the hotel. Where they gonna get it from? They didn't walk in the door with it. They didn't walk in the door with it. So somebody supplied alcohol that was already in the room. That's why they hid the bottles in the labs. You see what I'm talking about? That's why they hid the bottles. Look, they go Lauren Johnson. Right? Look, they even got cups. Right? Look how many cups. You see that? 256. And where you think they going? Walking out the front door, finna go to where Kenneka at. Nobody did call the police, the ambulance. Nobody was there to protect her. Nobody even thought about saving her. You watching Kenneka breathing her last breath, and they could just come up with put her in the freezer, hiding her in a private area. That's the lowdown you could ever do to her. You put her in a man. That's the most coldest thing you could actually do to somebody. Put their ass in the freezer. So boom, since we know everybody linking up at the pool round about this time, now you know they got to figure out how to get her out of there. So bam, now it's going on 3 o'clock. We just read Shamaya paperwork. The baby mama, Rico baby mama paperwork, right? Hold on. Right here, right? And you can actually see the cover up. You can actually look over the cover over now. 140, we know Kenneka was at the room around about that time. That's when Irene Lab turned off around about 140 because she went live at 136. And we know she was telling everybody to park in the parking lot. So shit, once upon a time, they knew what was going on with Kenneka. It was still 15 to 20 people that was in the room and Kenneka was already gone. So when they decided her to come out the room around about 2:45 to 3 o'clock, Kenneka was already in the fight. She looked like she been in the fight. They did never said nothing about this Kenneka boyfriend or ex-boyfriend, baby mama who they interviewed, right? They never tried to disclose it, but they asked her what she was still chill. They ain't asked her about her relation with Kenneka, but they had a search warrant for domestic abuse. I said, why would they have domestic violence? If Kenneka get in if Kenneka get in the fight with Mariah, this is domestic violence charge. So that means they had a search warrant for that. Mariah put her hands on Kenneka, and that's where you get that domestic violence charge when it came to the warrant. Then they got aggravated battery. It could have came from the drug because it caused bodily harm because she died, and it could turn in to manslaughter and second degree murder. You see what I'm talking about? But let me get out of there. Boom. And let's go back to this. Right? Hold on, gang. Oh, what my right here. So boom. Either way it go, we still got Bree Bree coming out at 226 or 126. You know what I'm talking about? It's two options which you can go along with. Can't be wrong. You dig what I'm talking about? Because it's still gonna show the same thing. All right. So watch this game. So boom, you got these folks. Let me skip it to this. Now let's go to right here. Matter of fact, right here. Think about what Mike Larry said right here, gang.
Who is Roland F. Weiss? We're going to get into that. But let's start from here. At 3:22 a.m., going by the timestamp, knowing they altered the time, but let's just say for now, 3:22 a.m. Ty Pease, Bree Bree, Dusty Rhodes, aka Faux Nifa, like friend of foe, or for now, Monifa, and Shemaya is seen walking through the food court hall to quote unquote find Kenneka. Now, as the kids go down to the lower level, as you can see, the timestamp changes to 4:24. So always be mindful of how the time changes. They so-called search for Kenneka. Did they go into the kitchen this way or just go up the escalator? Because none have explained exactly where they searched for Kenneka. Now, 4:24 a.m., the kids walked to the back or wherever they went to when they came down those lower level stairs. 9 minutes later, now mind you, the clock says 4:24. 9 minutes later, Tiffy follows behind them. 15 minutes later, Roland Weiss follows them as well. Why is Roland Weiss, a funeral coordinator, is present on the scene 21 hours before he's told to get Kenneka's body? Now, let's briefly, very briefly, compare the guy who's walking in the food court hall and that's walking into the kitchen to retrieve Kenneka's body. He has a bald spot, he got glasses, he got a blue jacket, black pants, black shoes. Let's look at the time stamp, family. It is 9/9/2017, September 9th. Now, he's there 21 hours later. And peep out the way he walks as well. Now, he's in the kitchen. Look at the date. September 10th, 4:43. I think that's AM. Why is he there? Look at the jacket. Look at the walk. Look at the bald spot in the back of his head. Okay? Just look at the way he walks. The same exact person. Now, why is he there? Roland Weiss, why are you there? Over 21 hours before it was time for you to come pick her up out of that freezer. Huh? Let's continue.
Now y'all see that? Now look, she got the same movement on each camera, right? So we know they depicted her route on her. Alright, this would be at Tucson. Boom, just look at the movement. Same movement on each camera. So round at this time, that's when the lady said, Kenneka said this. I'm not going back up there. One time she said really loud, get the fuck off my arm. So once you look at this, there's no doubt they heard it. See that? Alright. So no doubt that they heard a scream 10 seconds after she walked under that camera. So that means the struggle happened in that lower level kitchen. Just like what the paperwork said. Where she passed hotel style, disorient, and dire need of assistance. Now look, once you go to this, then you go to this time frame. Then you understand everything. Boom. Now you understand everything. This one y'all see Monique and them going down on the lower level. Remember, right here, prove they came from the pool area. Cause guess who you finna see when they walk down here? Only TY and Monifa. You don't see Peas, Bree, or Shemaya on this camera until they on the lower level. But you gonna see Monifa and TY. So that means everything what we just saw on the footage, this finna bag everything up. See? There's TY and they go, hold on, right here, gang. We supposed to see TY, then Monifa, then Peas with Bree. There go Monifa, and that's Peas right there. No TY, no Shemaya, no Bree. Right? And remember, he know about the chairs they were stacked up where the kitchen was. Now you understand why they in this area, because they where the salt happened there. And remember, you gonna have to clean up down here. If it was a struggle down here, I'm quite sure it would be some kind of blood, anything, evidence down here. So bam, they had to come from the pool area, because now you see TY and Monique, right? And look how Monique look. He taking off his shoes. Monifa finna take off her shoes. So now we understand why now. Look how long it take for Bree to come up. And look, you see that? Look how long it'll take Bree to come up. Keep this in mind. Shemaya went to the bathroom and everything. So why Bree didn't beat her on the Escalade first? See what I'm talking about? And Bree the last one to pop up. So what she was doing? Alright. So now we got them on that part. Now y'all see that? Look at the time. 3:25. And that's what he would be watching. See that? See that game? Boom. Now you understand the time frame now. 3:24. So you could just imagine whatever they were doing right here. And he watching it. And he watching the game. So they in their kitchen. That's why Marco J try to throw everybody off on that lower level kitchen when it comes to Chandel Lane. But that's where it could get to the pool from. Mm-hmm. And it would make sense that all these grown men They was at that party. You can't be seen nowhere near them. Cause that's automatic a charge. Cause you in the room drinking with underage and minor kids and stuff. So now this finna be on your record. Now you got the staff in trouble cause they contribute to your alcohol, your drug use in the room. And then it cost a female they like cause they had a bunch of gang members and hired gang members and they brought that shit to Crown Plaza Hotel. Whatever they had going on with Crown Plaza Hotel, they choose Kenneka as the victim. So boom. And then that's when Monique and them walk out the front door. Now they finna walk out the front door and walk the long way around back to the back dock where the pool area is, right? So boom, it matched completely with everything with the footage showing up. So they actually moving the body, and at this point, they got her moving her to the private area. Now this where it finna get interesting. Cause now they gotta get her out the pool and take her to the private area. I don't think Monifa stuck around there long enough to actually put her in the freezer. I believe she was still on the lower level freezer and they moved her. The police did and the staff did. They moved her. I want to say probably around about 12 o'clock in the afternoon. If you wanna play real detective work, see what I'm talking about? In the afternoon, cause this the tension was still on the lower level. The tension was still on the lower level, right? All that morning. So that means her body was still there until they had to move it to the freezer, and that's where the lip gloss would come in. And that's why it looked so staged, because they put the lip gloss around her. It's just like a crooked police officer shoot a drug dealer, but he ain't got no drugs on him. And but he got narcotics in this car sprinkling around him to make the case stick. See what I'm talking about? So now, so now you know why they came up with the theory at 3:30. Kenneka was remember what the news said. She roamed the halls for an hour. I just proved the fight scene. And look how it had to take an hour to cover this shit up. It really took more than that. You know what I'm talking about? Cause look, you got to clean the room back up. You got to destroy evidence starting from the room 926, starting from the 11th floor to the 6th floor. And guess what? Straight droppers in room 930. They the one the police contacted him. That was his statement that he was making. Right? Straight drop. And he connected with Casualty. And them niggas from New York. You know what I'm talking about? So now look, boom. Now you finna see Monique and them pop back up. Cause look, you got to clean up everything. If Kenneka threw up on some bed sheets, or she could have pissed on herself, her muscle could have relaxed, and she could have defecated on herself or anything. You see what I'm saying? But you still gonna have to get new bed sheets. You gonna have to clean the toilet up. You gotta send room service to bleach it down. You know, to bleach it down. You got to get some bleach. You got to, you know what I'm talking about? Sheets, blankets, pillow. Probably, I wouldn't even be surprised they changed the mattress in there. So they won't say it was sexual activity going on in the room. I wouldn't even be surprised they even switched the mattress in that job. But that's what you're gonna have to do once you think about it. And so boom, it's 3:32. At 3:32, that's when they want to show y'all she on foot and walking in the freeze. Right? See that? They want y'all to think this girl is still walking around drunk. Now this girl being carried through the hotel. Not through the hotel, but through the kitchen area. Right? So boom. 3:32, 3:34, and keep this in mind, they still finna call Miss Teresa an hour later. So that means they finna hold tight for another hour. So I could just imagine what's going on in that hour. They cleaning up a whole lot. You dealing with the room, now you gotta clean the pool, now you gotta clean up the kitchen where you assaulted that girl at. You got furniture out of place at the pool area. The patio is fucked up, dirt. You know what I'm saying? The flower bed look like it been disturbed. You see leaves and everything disturbed, the gravel, all of this. You know what I'm talking about? It would be impossible that when they was carrying that girl, that she didn't drip no blood. You know what I'm talking about? If they transported her on the cart, I'm quite sure that cart gonna be a little bloody. You see what I'm saying? That cart gonna be bloody. It gonna have some kind of blood on it, some kind of DNA on it. And then if you dealing with the body, you gonna have blood on you, period. So think about this. Why King Rob had to change clothes? That's what Chosen King said. King Rob changed clothes because that night he had on all black, but the next morning he got on all blue. So did he got evidence on this clothes? But keep this in mind, whoever saw the Kenneka got blood on their hands, on their clothes. You see what I'm talking about? And then you got to understand why it took so long for them to give Miss Teresa back that girl clothes. But keep this in mind, you're gonna have DNA on the clothes. You know what I'm talking about? Cause if he didn't take her pants all the way down and just stripped the pants out, he could have had her down a little bit and grinding on her and left DNA, skin, follicle, hair samples, you know what I'm saying? Anything, right? Even the shoe. Look, once you look at the foot, right? She got cuts and shit on her foot, but her shoe supposed to be on. So that means when she was fighting and struggling, her shoe was off. So that means her shoe was off. Her clothes had to been off too. You know what I'm talking about? So that means that girl could have been struggling naked. You see what I'm saying? We don't even know if Kenneka ran outside and that girl could have been naked at all. They got to bring her back in there quick. You know what I'm talking about? Her friend's case said they couldn't even find the girl clothes. The socks gone. Nobody ain't mentioned the socks in the paperwork, right? So where was Kenneka's socks at? And how much money did she have on her? Because I know she didn't go nowhere with no money in her pocket. Nobody don't want to talk about these things, but these are things that need to be looked into. These the type of shit that solve cases. You know what I'm talking about? These the type of things that solve cases. Where was her wallet? I'm quite sure she had an ID. You know what I'm saying? The keys. What was in her back pocket? I know she got her wallet in her back pocket. And keep this in mind. Kenneka got pockets on her jeans. She could have put her keys in her pocket. She didn't need to put her keys in Bree purse. See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about, gang? I can understand if you had an outfit on, you ain't got nowhere to put your keys. I know some guys they'll put their keys in their titties. I know guys they add everything in their titties. How much you say that was, baby? Oh shit, let me get in these titties. See what you mean? You need about $2 more and 30 cents. She pulling out change out the titties. I'm like, damn, baby, I ain't got no kush. Hold on, she goes straight in the titty. I got a gram in these tits. You know what I'm talking about? Now I'm rolling up. Pull over, man. You got any identification? Go straight in the jug. Pull out the ID card. So I'm just saying, don't nobody don't supposed to have the keys. So they had to come up with a story how they got the keys. So as you watching on the footage, look how it's still activity that's going on. Look how it's still, we still got another hour to go, gang. Cause remember, he got to get the freezer keys. That's what he doing now. Look, don't they, did you just see that? Look, right there. See how he cuffed that giant? See how he cuffed that giant? Look. And there you go. And watch. And if you pay attention to Monifa, you'll see her with those keys in her hand. Because you can't never forget that little white part that's on the end of the keychain. It's a long two white part. You know what I'm talking about? So boom, this would be right about the time that you're gonna need keys to any kind of coolers and freezers. Hold on, gang. Give me 1 second, gang. So check this out. Once you look at it like this, man, that girl went through a long night. Man, we started from 1:30 and here we go 2 hours later. 2 hours later and it's still going down. 2 hours later again. Now you gotta call up to the room. Cause that's where Irene is. And now you finna see Irene them popping down. So boom. I mean, this girl, and it just, and he's still on the walk and talk. And then when you just go back over this, it's no, I don't even see why they ain't even upgrade this shit and start charging folks. And look how they try to go along and try to make it go along with the accident theory. Post this shit like failing to secure the area, it would have closed off to the general public. So they pointing out all the flaws to make it go along with the accident. So you mean to tell me she walked in this area because they failed to secure the area? That's where Andrew Holmes coming. I don't know who was watching the camera, but somebody supposed to be watching the camera and make sure that area was secured. So in these paper report, now they saying she walked in there because they failed to warn of dangerous conditions, maintaining defect a faulty freezer, improperly allowing a dangerous design freezer area to remain in operation unsupervised and open to the public. Failure to secure area, failure to secure area otherwise inherent danger, failing to timely, see that, timely review security cameras. You see that? Shit. They were reviewing those cameras, Jack. We know that now. Look at this shit. We know that now. We got them. There he go. Hey, y'all. Y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to share and put Trey Game in their algorithm. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, we almost at 300 likes, gang. Let's get up to 300 likes, gang. Let's get to 300 likes. We at 276. Let's see if we got 15 more. 14 more. You know what I'm talking about? All right. So boom. They were watching it on the camera. Then they talking about this another reason why she walked in the freezer, because they failed to hire manager, supervisor, and train employee or agents. Come on. These the reason. So all this was called somebody walk in the freezer. So they got to put all of this in there just to go along with a cover up of a murder and show this as an accident. By reading this, people, you see these people don't care, especially Crown Plaza. They going all the way out with it. This is the reason why I think they putting up a fight, because they know they got the friends. They know they got the friends red-handed and the friends got them. This sounds like they all came to an agreement to make the storyline fit. So Irene knew what she was doing in Zach's video, in his interview. That's why Zach always went live and say, yeah, oh no, I'm starting to think they were working together. And he said, man, I had to go back and watch my own interviews just to see if I ain't tripping. Zach said this shit. And once you go back to Irene's story, she more smarter than what everybody thought she was. Her and Bree Bree. The only two dumb motherfuckers that was in there were Monifa and Shemaya. Cause they were the ones dumb enough to bring her out on the camera in the hallway. And really got everybody looking at them side eye. But really, it could have been King Rob, Marco, and Straight Drop orchestrated the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? And use Monique for them. But keep this in mind, Monique for them was zip tied on King Rob. Monique and them was zip tied on Straight Drop while them folk were going live and doing all this shit. You don't think they were nervous? You don't think they were watching those live with King Rob and them? These the people they scared of. You see what I'm talking about? Cause I'm quite sure when King Rob threatened Mr. Reese and them, I'm quite sure what he done did to Irene now, especially Monifa. So look, it's still going down. He's still pacing. So wow, once you fast forward this, right? Now we know they in the kitchen doing something. On the lower level for sure. Know what I'm talking about? So now in about 30 minutes, Miss Teresa finna get the call. See now look, he count money and her pockets would turn in and out. And remember, they said somebody was already in her pockets when they went to the pool because it would change and shit on the floor. And remember, them employees in the kitchen were picking up change across the hotel. Remember the dude that was working in the kitchen? He done swept and mopped the kitchen up, but all of a sudden coins disappeared on the floor and he picked them up. I'm like, you would have picked them up if you mopped over it. So, boom. Now, that made him real suspect. And he a heavy coffee drinker. So it's no doubt in my mind that he would leave the coffee cup because he look like one of those type of person. He go fix him a coffee and he'll get so entwined with his work and he don't know where he set his coffee at and he'll go and make a new coffee. But that's what I used to do. I go on that job, do my work, sip my coffee, cooking at the same time. And this thing, you know, I'm like, damn, what the fuck I put my coffee at? Why sit up there and look for it when you can go get another one for free? So now you know what they talking about, right? So boom. So look, they must got her somewhere where they needed her to be. Cause then you got this part right here. Right? Watch this. Since we got the timestamp on that part, right? Now check this out, gang. Now go to Trade Game Video to right here. Now you know what they was talking about. You see what I'm saying? And there you go, gang. Now you know what they talking about. See, it make the case more easy to figure out what's going on once you got the timeline established. You know what I'm talking about? So boom, when I think about that letter, when they were like, yeah, they was in there with an older guy, and he was a maintenance dude. The story with Macho in the letter, he seemed like he know a whole lot about the case. He's like he seen the struggle too. So he an old maintenance guy that fit the description that was in the letter, and you know what said what time that Kenneka roamed down there about 2:30. Remember what the story said. So so that could have been little me in there with Macho, aka Marco, and this security dude all smoking weed down in there, waiting on Kenneka to come down there. Cause remember the guys snatching in the elevator going through different rooms. Lenny nowhere to be found, right? Lenny somewhere in the hotel. Briscoe behind the front desk, but we know he on the move because he completely took himself out the whole footage. You see what I'm talking about? So look, boom. They ascribed the fight. Then they ascribed to what her body would look like if she was in the pool. He even described the busted lips. You see what I'm talking about? He described all of that, right? So now look, this video right here I made. Here go the kitchen. Now they want y'all to focus on this kitchen like she really walked in there. Kill that theory. I'ma I'ma just I'ma just put this where they just put her on that lower level is where we need to be down there. On that lower level kitchen. See? All on the clothes. You even see they photoshopped the tattoos off her back. Now you know why they had to photoshop the girl tattoos off her back, because she could have had body injuries. You know what I'm talking about? Body injuries, lumps, blood clots, or anything, right? Hold on, gang. Now there you go right there. Now you know why would they Photoshop? Because it's clearly injuries gonna be on her back, her chest area, you know what I'm saying, and her neck area, right? Just like this picture y'all see up here. She had some kind of back injuries. Now look, her jacket came off at a certain point, cause look how clean the jacket is. Her sleeves dirty, but her back, that means she must have had her jacket off at some point in time. Then on the back of her head, and if you look on the back of her head, you see debris all on the back, meaning that she was on the back of her head. They just let you know that she was laying on her back. If she was assaulted, this to prove to you that where back of her head was dirty, you know what I'm talking about? Somebody was once upon a time on top of her, right? And look at the degrees on it. Look at all the debris on it, John. See what I'm talking about? All right. You got tiles on the floor in the kitchen. You got bricks in the kitchen, same color brick that look like they was in the back of her head. You see the particles. You know what I'm talking about? You even see little chippings of the particle. Bricks right here. Here go the flow where they color coded in. Look at the black spots on the flow, so it will match. It will be on her jeans. If she was fighting right here, that little gunk and shit on the floor. You see what I'm saying? They could have been some of that on the back of her jeans, right? And it would make sense. It would come from this area, and this the place where she got assaulted at, and this where it all began. You see what I'm talking about, gang? All right. Then remember this, the lady heard this, and Kenneka would be right here in this area when the assault would happen. So that's why this lady would walk in this area and look down. You see what I'm saying? And like and her for a scream. You see what I'm saying? So boom. Next thing you know, since you can't get her clothes on back in the pool and her shoe and shit, cause if you look at Kenneka's foot, her foot could have been swollen. And they couldn't get the shoe back on because of the foot was swollen. And then they were risk with doing that because she's still bleeding. So then you would show signs of evidence. Somebody tried to put her shoe back on and they got blood on the outside of the shoe. So you got to think about that, right? So now you got to cover this side of the shoe. Now I won't even look. Why they never then flip this shoe over and see what the other side look like, right? Do we got a blood spot on the other side of this shoe? Something to think about in the game. Watch this. Y'all see what I'm saying, gang? All right, y'all. I'm back. Now look. so 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 look. We already know Kenneka mouth was busted out, teeth missing, teeth chipped, shoes off. You know what I'm talking about? Vomit. No feces where she was laying at. No pooling of blood where she was laying at. Cause check this out. If she was in that freezer for 21 hours, that freezer would have need. Check this out. If you had a body died in the freezer and that body was in the freezer for 21 hours, they would have called some kind of cleaning company. Cause won't there be a house that you got to hire a company to clean out that freezer, like a forensic team or something? You mean to tell me you dragged the body out the freezer and turned it on without no kind of cleaning? They ain't even got receipts of showing nobody that yeah we had to found the body. Cause I know if somebody died in the car. If somebody died in the car, it's against the law to sell the car. You got to total that junk. You know what I'm talking about? So everything that they gonna let us believe, they put it on paper and going along with the accidental theory. So this is all the excuse why this happened to her. All because look. They said she had physical pain and suffering in death, severe motion injury. Oh, this Miss Teresa. Embarrassment and denial of social pleasure, economic loss, including wages, medical expenses, and past, present, and the future. You know what I'm talking about? See? So now you got being married, Caddyshack. So this his kitchen. Look at his neglect. Now y'all see how they protecting the Caddyshack? So now they protecting being married, right? So here go what they in danger for failing to secure an area which should have been closed off to the public, failing to restrict areas to employees only, fail to warn danger conditions, and same thing with Crown Plaza, right? So look, so if Bill Murray renting out this Caddyshack and got people working on it. So he really won't be failing all this if he's up on the construction. You know what I'm talking about? So, you see where I'm coming out. So you mean to tell me he failed to hire management? He failed to hire food service? That just told me that his kitchen was working and inoperable. It might want to open up to the business then, but it was open up to certain people. You know what I'm talking about? So that's why everybody chose that kitchen. So really, by them putting this out there, they really just help solve the case. Cause we know what they lying about. Too much evidence. Too much evidence out there.
She Before the party got rocked, Bree was gone. She a ride, a Uber? No, she had left with the gas. Some of the gas. Okay. She left. Okay. Okay, so Bree was totally out of this. Boom. Yeah, so.
And then we saw Bree leave at 2:26. And the fact that y'all already know she didn't mention Mike or nothing. So in my opinion, she had something to hide. That's why I believe this shit right here. I believe that Kenneka got off this elevator at 2:24. I do. I believe that. And Monifa and them in their statements, they said they left her in the hallway about 2:30. That sounds about right. But here's the fucked up part. I believe this time for this shit right here, her going toward the freezer or being put in the freezer at about 3:32. So on the right, where we thought whoever this was in the white shirt and black pants had Kenneka in the headlock. What this confirmed to me was that somebody was up close and personal recording this. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't think it was Monifa. I don't think it was her. If anything, in my opinion, I would think it was Bree, because I believe that all this shit went down between 2:30 and 3:30.
See that? Look what 54 said. I believe this shit went down between 2:30 and 3:30. We just sat here for a whole hour, watched what the front desk was doing with the paperwork. So 54 was hitting it on the nail. You know what I'm talking about? But this the video that will be showing on the lower level, right? But since Straight Drop got everybody thinking about this footage, so now you done mixed the truth with this. You got everybody on this to get off of this. Y'all see what I'm saying? So look how hard Straight Drop had to put this shit out and confuse it with information that's already out and trying to mix it in all together. They just like, you know what I'm saying, putting dirty clothes with clean clothes. You know what I'm talking about? So boom.
But that's just my opinion. And then look at what I have circled right here in yellow. Could that possibly be the door that the black hoodie dude was going in and out of? Y'all understand what I'm saying? We need somebody that's good with like dimensions and angles and shit like that. Because to me, all this go together. And the more and more I looked at this picture on the left, and then these pictures side by side, all I kept thinking to myself was, this is it. This is what we're looking at.
See what I'm saying, gang? So yeah. So all this was real. So all this was facts in the beginning. And look, they had no choice but to get everybody off Facebook because that's where everything broke out at. That's where everything went viral on Facebook. Since you could connect all their ads on Facebook, that's why they had to create YouTube channel and become YouTubers to get everybody off Facebook so you won't put it together. You'll find out, damn, Scratch Drop been knowing these folks. And damn, look at these niggas with friends and cool. Then you'll start making all the connections that you need. You know what I'm talking about? So all this shit was for real, man. So all this paperwork, what I'm reading, they might well just come on now with it. Release the tape. Release the 9th floor camera. Release all them cameras that's on the lower level. Release all the cameras that's by the pool area and release all the cameras in the parking lot. So yeah, gang, what y'all think? What y'all think, gang? We got them? I know we do. So check this out, gang. I want to thank everybody that like, share, and subscribe to the panel and put Trey Gang in the algorithm. Cause I can't do it without y'all. Cause we got them now. I mean, it ain't no secret what happened to a case. I just like to get down to the whole nitty gritty. I want to know what happened every minute and what happened every second. You see what I'm talking about? I got to talk about the 11th floor, the 6th floor, to the stairwells, all the way down to the lower level where they say they lost it. You see what I'm saying? So now, once you explore the mindset of how the way they had it, when they were editing those tapes and depicting the route and depicting their girl footage and placing it on her on another camera, that's a big crime. That's a big crime. The hotel committed the biggest crime. You see what I'm talking about? They committed the biggest crime. They destroyed evidence, tampered with evidence, abused the corpse. They violated the girl's body. You see what I'm talking about? And check this out. Everybody was at that party. They can speak up. I don't know what's holding them back. I know what's holding them back because they don't want to confess to their wrongdoing. You see what I'm talking about? So it was already planned. They didn't like Kenneka no more, and they felt like what she is. She a nobody. And they went, and that's why they chose that girl. You know what I'm talking about? That's why they chose that girl. Easy victim, easy target. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So everybody guilty. Till then, gang, Trey Gang love y'all. And y'all be cool and y'all be safe. You know what I'm talking about? Until then, I'm gonna get back to work. See what else I can find out. Hi y'all. And I'll be back, gang. Hi y'all.